Hi guys, welcome back to Glorious Events YouTube channel where we talk about all things events related. Now I'm here to just share a story about the last event that I did last year, that is December. It was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do as an event planner, but I'm glad that God came through for us and we had a successful event. So here's what happened, because I don't want any other bride to fall into this trap with this person. So watch up to the end. So what happened is that my best friend was having her Coachella event in December 2023, and she engaged me as her event planner because she has seen what I've been doing over the years, and yeah, she trusts me and she knows I will do the very best for her event to come out successfully. And I was really honored, and I want to thank everyone out there who supports their friends' businesses or side hustles. It actually really means a lot, and it goes a long way to promote their companies. So my friend contracted Glorious Events to plan and manage her Coachella event at their home, and we engaged different service providers. Some were brought by her mother, some by herself. My job as an event planner is always to oversee everything, regardless of whether I am the one who has sourced the service provider or someone else. The end of the game is to make sure we have that professional understanding, we are clear about what they're going to deliver, what the expectations are, payments, and all those things. I manage all that. So I was managing all the service providers, and there was this particular service provider who is the decorator. I'm always very keen on decoration and food because those are like the biggest items on the budget. So this decorator, I'd never heard of him before. I'd never worked with him before. Not that I've worked with everyone, but he was really new, and he didn't have like a company, like how you can get a receipt or an invoice from a company that is known, and you know that you're working with a legitimate company. It was more of like an individual who knows how to do decoration. But when I asked, I was told that he had done previously events for that family, and so they trusted him. And actually, I think the auntie, yes, one of her aunties actually knew the guy very well, and so they had full trust in him to deliver on the decoration. So I was like, fine, no problem. So I started engaging him and just talking with him, sharing ideas and all these things. But throughout the way, I found that he wouldn't like respond. Like if you say, share with me pictures of bridal gazebos or charger plates or what, he would not send those pictures. He would not reciprocate. So it really used to disturb me so much. Actually, most of the pictures I used to get from the bride herself, because I would ask and I'm like, just give them to me because this guy is not coming through. So I decided to engage him on a small event to see how he works. And that was the 5 a.m. red carpet party. If you've been watching this channel, you must have seen, I think I posted it on TikTok. Yes. Guys, I am really stressed out because my decorator has not arrived. I just arrived at the venue. Photographer has arrived, music has arrived. My decorator is nowhere to be seen. Remember, I had an accident yesterday. We were talking the whole morning, but now his lines are off. Oh my gosh. I am panicking, but I can't show my other 5 members that I'm panicking. Pray for me. And I was so stressed. He came so late. He came at 2 when the event was supposed to have started at 1. But at that time, he told me he had gotten an accident. I could see his foot was badly hurt, and he said he had been in hospital to get it bandaged and all that. And I could understand that, but it had put me on a very tricky position. I was looking very unprofessional. I didn't like it, but I had to understand. So now this time around, long story short, the week of the event reaches. We are talking, everything is fine, we are in communication. Communication is like the most important thing to get everything done. Communicate. So I was communicating with all the service providers and making sure we are still in line and everyone still knows what they're supposed to do, what time they're supposed to arrive, location, direction, everything that they needed to know, they know. Even where they are going to set up. We had agreed that setup starts on Thursday. The tents will go up on Thursday, and then deco starts on Friday. But Thursday reached, the tents didn't go up. I called the guy, he said, no, we've agreed that we'll all come on Friday and do the setup and start the decorations. I was like, okay, let me not make a big deal out of it. It's a small event, 100 people. Okay, they can pull it off. Friday reaches, we're talking, yes, we're loading things on the truck. He's telling me, giving me all these updates. And midday reaches and his phone goes off. And I started panicking at the back of my head. I was like, let this not happen again. But I was like, let me play it cool. Maybe it's just battery or something. I keep doing my stuff. I'm like, I'll come in the evening and see what they've set up. 4 o'clock reaches. I'm like, I asked the bride, have they reached home? She says, no, we haven't seen anyone home. I get concerned. I'm like, the tents are not up by 4. So I'm like, I'll come at 5 and we see what to do. So I go there at 5 and nothing is on ground. I'm talking tents, chairs, tables, everything. There's nothing on ground. So she's my best friend, so I can read her mood. So I try to divert her, like take me so that I cut my nails, do my nails with you, just to make sure, to just try to make her relax. So we move looking for manicure places. But I could sense that tension, like she was tense. So we meet her, in our moving, we met her mother. She was doing some shopping. So we enter the car. She's like, Gloria, what's going on? I don't know. We're chatting with this guy up to midday. His phone is off. Everyone who's calling him, his phone is off. The bride has called, the auntie called, everyone called. So I'm like, I don't know what's happening. So I remember, there's a guy who he works with. I'm like, let's call the partner, the one he works with. On calling the guy says, the guy told me that Gloria got another decorator, that we don't have the deal. So Julius tells us he's not aware. It seems the guy had played a game on his partner, wanting to get the deal or do the deal by himself without the partner. So he had lied to his partner. So I just told him, you know what, just help us and locate him, find out where he is. Just call him if you have any other number, or ask the people around your shop if they've seen him. Where is he? We're just looking for him, or for the items, where are they? We need them here. So he tries, he makes some calls around. He even calls the guy's mother, and the guy's mother doesn't know where he is. So he calls around the shop, said they saw him in the morning loading items on the truck, which is what he was telling me also in the morning. So he's like, you know what, someone else has told me that this guy has been arrested. So I like, arrested for what? Like, they said that they thought he had a gun in his house, so they arrested him and they checked his place and all these things. So I'm like, which police station? So he says, Old Kampala. I'm like, If you guys remember, I lost my phone some years back and I was in police stations for I don't know how long. I wasted a lot of time in police station. My phone is still at the police station. You guys, system bolongoto, but let's not go there. So I had contacts of police officers, but also I have an OG who is in the higher ranks in the police. So I called him like, hey, help me out. I need to access somebody and he has been arrested and all our decoration items were taken with him. So please help me because someone's event is on the line. It's happening tomorrow. So she's like, hey, no, let me find out. Let me give you numbers to call. So she first makes calls by herself. Then she asks me the name of the guy. They check, he's not in their records. She gives me a contact person to work with at the police station. The guy is not in the police. I'm like, you guy, I tell his friend, he's not there, he's not been arrested. He says, maybe it was a different police station. Just know, we checked in all the police stations in Kampala, Chisenyi, where all the police stations, he was not there. So the afande who my OG had given me to work with tells me, Gloria, this guy is playing a game on you guys. He has eaten your money and he's not going to show up. He is playing a game. Remember, by all these calls we are making, all this time we are wasting. Time is going. It was approaching 8, and there's nothing. We are not getting anything done. And we're getting so desperate, we're losing hope and all these things. And my friend's mother started praying. She prayed, but she was getting emotional in her prayer. So I felt really bad when I saw her getting like that. I was like, Gloria, you need to do something. Like, you really need to do something. Like, just let this guy be. Forget that he is even there. Look for option B. Just look for option B. Because the situation was getting so bad, so desperate. And I could see my friend was tense. She was trying to control herself, but of course you could sense the disappointment. She started feeling cold. She started getting pimples and all these things. So you could just know that it's affecting her. So it was around 8:30. I told them, you guys, I'm going. I was at their home. Trust you me, I had no plan. I had no plan. But I was like, I'm not sitting here and waiting for this fool to decide to show up. I am going out there looking for option B. Remember, we are talking December. In December, where it's the peak of events. We are talking Friday, the event is on Saturday. Like, there is no time to gather things. But I was like, I'm going. I am going to find whatever I can find. They're like, are you sure? Are you safe? It's night time. Oh my God. But I was like, whatever it is, I'm not sitting and doing nothing. I'm moving and trying to see what I can get. So the mother prayed for me. Bless her soul. She's so sweet. She was really like caring for me as if I was her own daughter. She prayed for me. She prayed for my safety, everything. They gave me a sweater. I got my bag. Sui. I went. I had no plan. I started calling everyone I know, every decorator I have ever worked with, contacted. I called people. Until I got this one guy. I had contacted this guy to work with him for Martin and Zainab's wedding. We even went to the venue there, but we didn't get to work with him finally. But I still had his number. So I called the friend, the one who was at the police stations helping us. I'm like, you know what? Let's move and try to get what we can get and salvage this situation. So he says, find me in YC. There is someone there who has just finished a wedding. Because everyone I was calling was setting up for a wedding on Saturday. And all the deco hire shops had hired out their staff. There was nothing. We're talking Friday in December, guys. So I'm like, Kawa, I get on the bypass, up to Waise. We meet there. He's like, hey, there's this guy has just finished a wedding. I'm like, let's go. Well, on reaching there, I find this is the same guy I was talking to. So I'm like, hey, Lucky, you're here. Oh, what was happening here? I said it's a wedding. It was a Mzungu wedding with a Ugandan lady. So the event was really like intimate, very small number, but very unique things. You know Mzungu things. So I'm like, guy, let's go, show us the place. So we go, we move, we reach the place. I'm seeing white, nice chair. I'm seeing tables, I'm seeing drapes, I'm seeing tablecloths, I'm seeing charger plates, I'm like, guy, you're just going to give me all these things. We are going to another site right now. Pack up, put the things down, we are going. It's like everything. Like, yeah, everything. We are going to just remodel some things, but we are taking everything. So we pick up the set down. The set down session begins. Set down requires something like 2 hours because it was an open roof kind of wedding setup. So they have to remove all the boards and everything. Oh my god. And I was there waiting, seated waiting for them, and time was running. Time was flying, if I tell you guys. I think they finished putting down everything like at around 10. Then finding now their truck to bring the things to this other venue for my friend's event. They looked for trucks, They looked for trucks. There was no truck. There was no truck. I was like, God in heaven, whatever is fighting this event will not prosper. For as long as you stayed on the throne, it will not prosper. Long story short, we got a breakdown truck. We got a breakdown truck, these long ones, with that fork in front. Hey, she your girl has seen days. Yeah. Doing some damage control. Various events. Get an event planner who will use their networks to do any sort of damage control for your event to happen. Long story, but just know they are doing damage control. Yeah. And our event is going to be a success tomorrow. But tonight, no sleeping. Terry Koevaka. We are working. We are working round the clock. So we got the breakdown truck, started loading things on it. That took like another whole 2 hours. My friend, time was moving. I kept looking at the watch. I'm like, okay, stay calm. At least you found things to use, because we didn't have anything. We didn't even have a tent. I called everyone who I know owns a tent, and the tents were booked out. So I was like, I'm just going to be innovative and use these things. So by the time we finished loading, it was coming to midnight. I had not eaten. I was dozing, but I'm like, no, wake up. We have to get this thing on the road. So we start moving on the bypass with our breakdown track, my friends. We reached the venue at 4:30 a.m. in the morning. 4:30. The girl has been up the whole night, still putting down things, packing and moving them the other side. So I call the bride's brother to open the gate. The bride's brother has the same name as her fiancé. So I mistakenly called the fiancé. And I'm like, please open the gate. We are here, please open the gate. He's like, what? Please open the gate. This is Gloria. Please. He's like, Gloria, he says his full names. I'm like, Che, Jesus Christ, please forgive me, please. Just go back to sleep. I'm so sorry. So they come, they open, we enter, we start offloading the things. They give me something to eat and drink. The mother really took care of me, Bambi. She gave me something to eat and drink. She gave the boys something also to eat and drink. So they rested a little bit and then started setting up. Because remember, it's coming to 5. Soon the sun will be up, everything, people will be coming. Like, we had no time to rest. So we slept like for 1 hour, 1.5, and then started setting up at 6:30. Started setting up, cleaning the chairs. Everything was dirty. Oh my God, everything was dirty because they were just from another event, straight to another event. So we had to clean the chairs, oh my God, everything was dirty, you guys. and then the tables belonged to that venue, so they remained there. So we had to source for tables, source for Muko's table. You know, traditional event setup is different from wedding setup. So we had to get the Muko's sofa, you know, those things. There are those things that are needed for the traditional event. So some of them had to go back to town to try and get those things, those sofas and those other things we needed. So we continued cleaning and setting up the boardwalk and everything. By like 10:30, people, home guests started arriving, and they were all surprised that setup is just happening. And they all thought like, how unserious are these people to be setting up at this time? They didn't know what had happened, and I couldn't blame them. I was like, let me just keep focused, let me just try and do what we can do. But also the people who went to town took so long because, like I told you, everything had been booked out. So they were really like frantically looking for tables, looking for sofas, looking for things. Oh my God. By the time they came back, it was like coming to one. You people, the pressure. The balcony was supposed to come at 1. They were already just a stone throw away, waiting to just be told, come in. Because as the Bako side, if you are late, you are fined for being late. So for them, they had come even an hour early, like they were early, they were ready, just waiting to be told, like, okay, now you can come. And we were not ready. We were not ready, the tables were not there. It was only chairs, bridal gazebo. We didn't have the stickers for the bridal gazebo. If you saw my pictures, I'd taken the sticker just down there. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm like, you guys just give me 1 more hour. Just give me 1 more hour for these guys who are from town to reach here. And we set all the tables, put the chairs in the tables, put the charger plates, put things, and we shall be done. So the sticker reaches, we decorate the bridal gazebo as the tables are still coming, tables and sofas. When the time is running, oh, I hate looking disorganized. I really hate looking disorganized. But I had to look disorganized because someone had disorganized us. But you could not start explaining that to each and every person who is asking, what's causing the delay? What happened? What happened? You cannot stop to start explaining to everyone. So we just kept rolling. These guys reached. We started fixing everything. I really thank the family. The aunties came through. Everyone was holding a chair, a what. They were really so helpful. And before we know it, we were done. The event started. Because we didn't have a tent, remember all the tents were booked out, and the Mzungu's wedding, they had used the open tent or the linen kind of setup, where you just use linen for the roof. So that's the same concept we had embraced, but for my side, because of the number of people, we are just covered everywhere with linen. There was no separation like it was this other side. So it was like a house, but with linen. So I was like, God in heaven, let there be no rain because this linen, it's light, it's a cloth. If it starts raining, it will dampen the guests. Hey, it was shining all through. The moment they were entered the compound, it started raining. I was like, God, no, like, please. Panangi, people got wet. But they're also very determined. Maybe they were sitting through the rain. They're like, we've come to get a wife. We are going to get a wife. Whether it means standing in this rain, sitting in this rain, whatever this rain is doing, we are not moving. We are here to get a wife. So we just told them to go in the house, in the sitting room for the negotiations as we try to, to dry the place. So the funny thing is that whenever they would go in the sitting room, the rain would stop. Then we clean. The place becomes a bit dry. Of course, the walkway has to remain white, so you keep mopping. The aunties were really helpful. Everyone kept, cleaning. and then you tell them to come out. Immediately they come out, it starts again drizzling. Then they go back in, then it stops. Then they come back out. Then I was like, my God, what is this? What is this? We've already wasted time. We started over at 4 or 5, something which was supposed to start at 1. So I'm like, we've already wasted time. Now this train is interrupting. They keep going in, out, in, out, in, out. So I was like, Gloria, relax. There's nothing you can do about this. Actually, the chairman told me, Gloria, nobody is blaming you for anything. Just relax. You've done your best. You've done the best you can do. This is a natural thing. This rain, you can't control the rain. The important thing is that the groom is here. There are functions where the groom doesn't come. That is even worse than a decorator not coming. So relax. The groom is here. His people are here. The bride is here. Her parents are here. Everything we need, the core things, the people are here. So chill. So I'm like, Bambi, okay, I understand that, but please, when it reaches the time for the bride to come out, please tell them to come out and sit in this setup that we have really struggled to make. Let them sit there so that she can come out in her gazebo, take pictures in her bridal gazebo, and in an open, nice and setup, not in a sitting room. Kawa. So long story short, the bride came out, at least it stopped raining. It was cloudy, but it was not raining. So the event went on very well. We had nice pictures. Everything was nice. They gave her gifts. My friend, everything just fell in place. So afterwards, I just sat back. I was like, has this just happened? Like, did I just go through this? Like, I literally not slept. I slept for like 1 hour and a half. Like that moving in the night and looking for things and then try to move them to this venue and set up, and then it has been a roller coaster. But I was not even feeling it. I was not feeling tired. I was not feeling sleepy. I think I was just like in a run mode, like get from this, let's do this, like you just want to get things done in the best way possible. But long story short, that decorator, let's be cautious. And Sebo, if you're out there, Mr. Moses, if you're out there and you watch this video and you're sleeping every night, quiet, nice sleep, God will deal with you. In the Bible, they say, leave vengeance to the Lord. We'll leave vengeance to the Lord because you've hidden yourself up to today. We can't find you. Instead of coming out and apologizing and paying back these people's money because you did not deliver anything you were paid to deliver. So really, let's not play around with people's money. If a client trusts you enough to pay you for a service, please deliver on the service. If for any reason you feel you will fail to deliver on that service, please be truthful, refund the money, or give someone else who can still deliver that job than disappearing and leaving people stranded and desperate and just looking disorganized. But I thank God that we were able to pull this event off. I thank God for coming through for us in such a mighty way, giving us that person who just had everything in one place and were able to set up something nice for my friend. I hope for the events to come, I'll be able to work with more credible service providers, because Glorious Events works with credible, qualified service providers. We don't work with buffet. Nobody who I have ever contracted has failed to deliver. You can take that to the bank. Nobody.